Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. We're talking about the cheapest Hermes bags. And by cheapest, do we mean affordable? Hermes and affordable, they don't really go hand in hand unless you're not buying their soaps. And even their soaps are not, the most affordable. But everything under $5,000 slash euro is the Hermes, for Hermes standards, the cheapest Hermes bags. They're not Birkins. They're not Kellys. They're not Constances. No, honey. But are they worth looking into? Are they worth purchasing? Is it worth stylistically owning some of these or one of these? Perchance. Which ones are they? Let's have a look together. First, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Here on the tubes, you can push the join button as well next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Superdacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. Come join the live chats. Push the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. And thumb up this one while you're at it. Let's see the first bag. Now, I'm going to talk to you about a couple of these, and I'll give you my opinions also. They're going to pop up here. I'm going to give you my opinions on are they worth it or not, in my humble opinion. So this is coincidentally the bag that I also own in full-blown leather. This is the Aline bag. The Aline bag comes in different materials. Now, when we talk about pricing for all of these bags, Hermes has a variety of prices, and the price ranges according to the size of the bag, but also the materials utilized, and also if leather, which type of leather. Is it an exotic leather? If it's not an exotic leather, they're going to have a different price for different ways that the leathers are treated or different parts of the hide of the leather. So just because something comes from a cow, there's cow, and cow. You know what I mean? Not every cow is the same. So the pricing varies. But the Aline bags, now I own a small Aline bag in black lambskin, which was around $1,400. This is the large fabric bag. It comes in a lot of different colorways. There's several prices. I think the fabric one starts around about $1,200. The Aline bag is usually, Cellier Paris. So this is a stable, not staple. It's also a staple, but it's a stable type of horse riding, horse jockey gear or attire. You would keep treats for the horse in here or grooming equipment for the horse, like the brush for the mane of the horse, a soap. So the Aline bag is actually for the horse aficionado to carry your grooming stuff for the horse. So it's not a bag that you would wear to go shopping or what have you. You know what I mean? It's more like a IYKYK moment. But of course, because Hermes bags have become so popular, these bags have also started becoming, here's another colorway, have become popular just to use, when ut and a boot in the city. This is another big Aline bag. The bigger ones also come with a hole at the bottom there, and they can turn into a backpack. You can also wear them as a backpack. This is not the case with this one. This one just has the two little giblets up there. The small one that I have is much smaller than this in leather. It's also lined in leather. I utilize for documents when I travel. It's also on a shorter leather strap, so it kind of hangs like down here. So I have all my documents, money and documents, really close to me so they don't get stolen when I travel. So I love to utilize the Aline bag personally. Is it a bag that's easy to use when you're out on the town? No. It's a very flat bag, and it's a very inconvenient bag to get out and in from because these straps, they go through literally both sides of the bag. So they limit the opening, the accessibility inside the bag. So when you are to open the bag, you're going to have these straps limiting you to this. So the length of the bag that you can use is only from here to here, not from here to there, you see. And when you open it, the straps are kind of in the way. So it's not easy to get out and in from. And of course, the logo mania is a little bit much for me. The one that I have doesn't have any painted logo. It's just embossed in the leather, so it's black on black. And you can flip it on the other side where you don't see any logo at all. You could do the same here, but technically you have an issue with these little flower decor leather. This has a name. It evades me right now. So some of our huge Hermes lovers probably will know the name of these little rose buds, these little leather things. They're beautifully done, by the way. The leather is kind of like squished and folded in four and then sewn together at the tip, just the tip. So I like the mini version for the purpose that I have for it, to keep my documents safe. It's not easy to get in and out of. To have just this bag to walk around the city with, I would not personally recommend. It's a little bit too cumbersome. The backpack version is a little bit more interesting. Jesus says, cute, but the huge logo is a no. Yeah, I agree. The logo is a bit much. So now let me show you the second one. Here we have the Evelyne or the Evelyne bag 16. There's even smaller actually, but the 16 is mentioned as kind of that price range where a lot of people like. Usually ladies would buy the 16. 16 is an indicator of the length, so it's 16 centimeters. It's very simple. The numbers, there's a 23, 28, 30. They go up to a 40. Very rare to find. 40 are very big, usually for men. And interesting, so the Aline bag, again, depending on, usually in Clemence leather, but there are Evelyne bags in other materials as well. So the prices vary. I mean, they, $2,000 and upwards, but we are under the $5,000 range. This is also one of those bags that is meant for the stable. You're supposed to, and this by the way, interesting note, this H that stands for Hermes, this perforation, it is a perforation. These are holes in the leather. They are there not to show off the logo. They are there to allow air to filter in and out of the bag. Why? Because this is another stable bag. You're supposed to put, again, grooming stuff of the horse, food, snacks for the horse, residue, stuff in the bag so it doesn't get moldy. So it keeps filtering. And also, most people, very cringe, most people wear this bag wrongly. They wear the bag with the Hermes H facing frontal. You're not supposed to wear it that way. You're supposed to wear this H has to be touching your body, air filtering through. And so this H is hidden. It's supposed to be touching your body, right? On your hip or whatever, how long you want to. The other side of the bag has a separate pocket in the front. And this little clip thing, as you can see here, it's attached. You can't detach it. It has a press button on the other side because that also shows you that that's the front, not this. But most people want to show off that they have, you see how sad? Most people want to show off that they have an Hermes bag, so they wear the H in the front. This is supposed to be hidden, facing your body. There's no logo on this bag on the front side. On the front side, you have the two pockets, and you have that clip of this little thing to take it off or on. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And so many sizes available. For guys, usually the big ones are better. Little ones, usually for the chicks. They do a lot of different colorways. The strap is usually made out of a canvas, a little bit of leather there. So like I said, in the $2,000 range and upwards, that's the Evelyne bag. The next, so would I recommend it? In the bigger size, yes, I would. This bag is really beautiful, super soft. The Clemence leather is amazing. It fits a ton, especially the bigger sizes. I really, really, really like this one. All right, next one. So this is the Herbag. Funny how it is, in many cases, by many Hermes lovers, it's called the poor man's Kelly, because it kind of is reminiscent of a Kelly, but it is price-wise much more affordable. Comes in a variety of sizes, really small to really large. The really travel-sized one is kind of like over 40 centimeters long. It's very elongated. The proportions are not similar to a Kelly, like in the smaller size. It does look more like a Kelly trapezoid shape. But when they get really big, they're more long than they are tall at a certain point. So the Herbag, again, depending on the materials utilized, the hardware utilized, the leathers and the canvases, some have embroideries on, you know what I mean? The prices vary from $2,000 upwards, roundabout. Coincidentally, also, all three bags thus far that we've seen, the Aline, the Evelyne, and the Herbag, are available on the Hermes website from time to time to purchase online. They are not quota bags. They are not like the Birkin and Kelly. They are not one of those exclusive bags that you cannot get on the Hermes website. These you can. So we're talking $2,000 and upwards, depending on the size of this bag. And it comes with silver hardware. It comes with gold hardware. There's also a leather version, not just canvas. And you can detach parts of the bag. You can pull out this metal stick rod that's in there, and you could swap the exterior. So you could use this leather for a different body and vice versa. It is an interesting bag. However, it is a little bit difficult to get in and out of because this little metal giblet here, it stays on the inside of the bag. So when you open this leather flap, you take the straps off, then you take the flap off, and then you pull the canvas forward and you detach it from this little nipple, silver thing. And then inside you got a really long stick like poking out in the bag. Very annoying for me personally. So it's a little bit inconvenient in my humble opinion to use. I don't like that stick inside of that metal rod poking inside of the bag. A bit complicated to use in my humble opinion. And usually difficult to take the stick out to, detach parts of the bag. So you end up holding it at top handle, and this shoulder strap is just kind of dangling and hanging off, and it looks very elegant, but usability, not the best in my humble opinion. But it is cute to see, but it is hard to pickpocket from. If it's all closed up properly, it is hard to pickpocket from. Yes, that is true. But it's a bit much for me. So there's that. But that's kind of, again, under the, actually all of these bags thus far have been under the $3,000 range as well, not just $5,000. The next one, Korike says, I find it easy to use after it's broken in. The long strap can be removed. Yes, like I said, the long strap can be removed. However, it's a little bit pulling out the rod, Anyway, this is the Garden Party. The Garden Party also comes in a plethora of colors, sizes, materials. There's a Garden Party that the main body is in leather, the straps are in leather. But mostly we see Garden Parties where the straps are in leather and the body is in a canvas, some form of canvas woven material. The Garden Party is one of my preferred entry-level price tag Hermes bags. I think the Garden Party, very, very subdued. This is more than the other three we've seen thus far. This one is the most, if you know, you know bag. This one does not scream Hermes at all, but it is beautiful. It's a very simple structured bag. It is top open top, so very easy to get in and out of, easy to steal from, yes, but pickpocketing, this one's very tricky with pickpocketing, but I do love this bag. I think it's a very, very easy to use bag, relatively light, all things considered. If you don't get the full leather version, if you get the canvas with leather, then the bag is a little bit lighter than if you were to get it full-blown leather. And the garden party, again, depends. We're talking 2,500, 3,000, 3,800 and upwards, depending on the materials and the size that you want your garden party in. Also, this is, for example, the example of the leather on leather version. You can also find the garden party Hermes bag on the Hermes website from time to time. They do sell out pretty fast. Usually the smaller, more petite sizes sell out quicker than the bigger sizes because the ladies want something more petite and small. I think if you're a dude, you would need to get a little bit of a bigger garden party bag. I personally really like this. I wouldn't mind having a garden party bag in my collection. I've just never encountered thus far at Hermes the right constellation for me, the right color and material and hardware. I would like something in a honey color, like a darker brown with gold hardware, leather on leather. And I never find it. It's always the taupe or it's always the canvas. It's always like orange canvas with some weird beigey leather. And I would want it gold on gold leather with gold hardware as big as possible. And they never really have it. So, but the garden party. The next one is very famous. It's the Picotin, or how some people call it, the Picotin. Now, this one is, I guess, again, taking us back to the stables and is the rendition of the bucket from which a horse would eat their food. Now that is turned into not just a horse feeding bucket, but it's turned into a bag. What do we think about the Picotin? So it comes in a lot of sizes, from a little munchkin miniature version to a bigger size, different leathers. They also have just a touch, with a little bit of exotic mixed in with Togo leather or some other non-exotic leather. You can get it in full-blown non-exotic leathers with a lot of different prints. It comes in as well. And it has this very particular strap to kind of close the bag. Very inconvenient in my opinion, because this doesn't do anything. You can still come into the bag from the sides even though this is closed. I guess it's there just because it looks kind of elegant, but and plus this little lock is quite heavy. This is not for me. This bag is very dainty. It does have little feet, doesn't it? This is usually I say all these bags and all perfumes are unisex. They know no gender. But these are very girly in my opinion. And they give me garden vibes, more than the garden party. This one gives me vibes like a girl running through the garden collecting flowers and putting them in this little flower basket vibe. To me, that's how it looks like. Looks cute on ladies, but you can't. Here's another example. You can't really close it. This strap is really annoying if you really want to put it through like this. Almost nobody does it. They just all let it dangle. So the Picotin, depending, right? $3,000 and up. $4,500 and up. Well, depending on the size, but this one goes way over $5,000 depending on the leather and the size you choose. But you can get it for like under $4,000 as well if you get a smaller size and a simpler material. Natasha says it's giving Easter Sunday to me. Yeah, it does look like a basket, right? Katie, no, it's not just a pastel giving me girly vibes. I mean, I've seen these bags often in Hermes boutiques in all colors, not just pastel colors. Uh, yeah, tiptoeing through the tulips, Marina. That's the vibes it's giving me. BB says, I don't see the appeal. I mean, personally, not for me. But if you are a lover of Hermes leather and you like this raw finish style of this, it's very girly on the outside, but then as you can see, it's just raw leather on the inside. It's not lined. It's not lined. It just has the raw leather on the inside. It's kind of girly, but it's also rough. It has the glazing on the sides. I mean, it's Hermes leather quality. So that's the beauty of it. So if you're into that, this bag is worth it, I suppose. Just aesthetically, for me, for a guy, I don't think this works for a guy. For chicks, yeah. There you go. Do we have one more? Here we have the, forgot the name of it. The, what's it called? It's not on that list. Hold on. Jesus Christ. The, Elan. The Elan, the Elan clutch. Cha. So now okay, so this one also goes for different prices depending on the material. If you're gonna do exotic or non-exotic, so they used to start around about 1,500, 2,000. They go up quite high depending also on the size. There are different sizes of these. So the interesting thing about this is that they turned the H from Hermes into, pardon me, it's not sewn in here so that this strap can slide through and then slide out again. You can open the flap and close it, and it's kind of like it's a clutch. It's a wallet clutch. And it is a classic, and you can get this one as well on the Hermes website. It's not a quota bag. You can purchase it online. From time to time, it's available on their website. That H is a bit much for me, even though it's very popular and this H is very classy and classic, they say, For me, it's a bit much. I personally, and I love a good clutch, okay? Yeah. $2,000, $3,000, I don't know. It's a flat clutch as well. Maria says they are 4K now. Oh, they begin at 4K? I've seen them on the website for less though. The Jige. Oh, the Jige Elan. Logic says it's the Jige Elan. All right. Kev says it holds quite a bit. It does, but here's the twist. In order for it to hold quite a bit, you have to plump it up. So it has this sleek, flat aspect to it, the style, right? And then when you start filling it up, it kind of bubbles up in a way. And it's something you would use to go to a dinner event, party of some sorts, and then you lay it flat on the table next to you while you're eating. But it's too much of a logo for me at this moment in time. Maybe a year from now, I won't mind it again. But for now, I don't want this thing. Yes, Jedi Monkey clutches will be coming back into style in 2024. I've already said it. A year ago, I said the clutch renaissance is coming, y'all. And now they're saying it exactly. But of the clutch renaissance, of all the clutches that we could get, this is not the one that I would personally choose. Also for the price, if it's like $3,000-$4,000, I've seen better, zoom better for this amount of money. But it's the affordable version of Hermes. We're under $5,000 for this, so and you can buy it on their website from time to time. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. Are these bags good? Would you buy them? Do you have them? Do you love them? Why do you love them? Why do you not like them? Thumb up this video and let me know down below your thoughts and prayers. Never give up on love. Subscribe. Bye.